Hi, I'm a random guy on YouTube with absolutely no expert skills, and this channel is about trying to change that. Eventually. Here you'll find model kit builds, nerdy hobby activities, and a whole lot of learning as I go. From Dragon Ball, Star Wars, and random gifted kits. If it's plastic and nerdy, it might end up on this table. Right now, space is limited, skills are questionable, and painting is very much a work in progress. No fancy airbrushes or even a paint setup, really. Just trial, error, and figuring things out, one mistake at a time. But that's kind of the point. This channel isn't about perfection. It's about learning, improving, and having fun while doing so. If a little hobby chaos and progress over polish, nerdy enthusiasm sound like your thing, then welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And welcome to the Newbie Nerd. If this is your first time stopping in, thanks for checking it out. And if you're back from another video, appreciate you watching. I do hope you enjoyed that brief new intro I put together, or at least I call it brief. It's a little long. And as you can see on the table here, we have Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. It's not really a surprise or anything of that nature. Did kind of show like a little preview this was coming next. But yeah, I do already have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So as you can see on the box here, we have Vegeta and Goku doing their little fusion dance. But this is going to be Goku going together. Spoiler, the next video is going to be Vegeta going together. And then we'll do a little shot there. But as we kick into it, we'll launch off, get the camera magic going with some music. You to sit back and enjoy this assembly process. Now, I have been putting these videos together, essentially cutting out the assembly. When you're cutting out the pieces from each of the grids and then snapping them together. And here I am showing the instruction manual upside down. Good job, me. But yeah, that's the instruction manual, getting everything set up. Just taking this time to set up my space. And then we'll go ahead and start the assembly. So obviously we're going to start with the head. So we'll get together the hair and then the faces. And we'll use a little camera magic for that, as you can see. So there's all the hair pieces. And do something a little different today. As this magical assembly process takes place, let's touch on some of the origin, context, visual design, powers, and I guess like fan reception of the Super Saiyan 4 form. Super Saiyan 4, to me really, is one of Dragon Ball's probably most visually striking and I guess divisive forms. It appears or originates in the anime original Dragon Ball GT, not the original Dragon Ball manga or what's adapted by the manga, which essentially makes it non-canon. But GT explores, in my opinion, like kind of the Saiyan's primal side of reintroducing the tail and the Great Ape, or Uzuru, for forms. And Goku essentially in GT is reverted back to a child, regains his tail, ascends to basically a Super Saiyan form of an Uzuru, or the Golden Uzuru, and gains consciousness in that state, condensing all of his raw power into a humanoid form, which thus Super Saiyan 4 is born. Now, unlike, as far as like its design and stuff, unlike the golden-haired Super Saiyan forms, Super Saiyan 4 returns to the black hair. It's long and wild with red fur covering the torso, yellow eyes or pupils, and pronounced tail, a little red around the eyes as we saw a little earlier, which looks really dope on this figure. But the look intentionally fuses humanoid Super Saiyan control with feral Great Ape lineage, which, I mean, to be honest, is pretty cool, and it looks really sick. I mean, come on. Super Saiyan 4 is, like, really sick, regardless of what you think of GT. But yeah, I mean, it's like the transformation works by having a tail, turning into the Uzuru, controlling the Uzuru, condensing that power, and then achieving Super Saiyan 4. But Super Saiyan 4 gives massive amplifications to strength, speed, durability, stamina, key output, emphasizes raw physical combat while boosting key techniques like the Kamehameha. Does have a darker feel to its energy, and it's definitely more primal than the Golden Super Saiyan ki, and the form grants heightened senses and resilience in prolonged fights. I guess like its most notable feat, at least to me, would be essentially the fusion, right? Fusion technique used with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, where they turn into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, taking on the likes of like Omega Shenron. Um, Strengths, again, obviously, enormous raw power, primal durability, close combat dominance with a distinctive aesthetic. Its weakness, probably the transformation itself. It's like it requires a tail, and apparently you can't grow a tail back unless you're a child as a Saiyan. GT's portrayal of limits is also inconsistent compared to Dragon Ball Z and super forms like Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3 as multipliers to ki, and then like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue rely on divine and refined speed. But the Super Saiyan 4 definitely sits apart, not explicitly divine, but primal refinement of Uzuru power rather than an ascent to godly ki. So, Super Saiyan 4 divides fandom. Critics cite GT's non-canonical status, while supporters praise a bold, unique concept and iconic visuals. Regardless of canonical debates, Super Saiyan 4 design, fusion moments, and presence in games and fan art really have secured it a lasting legacy as an imaginative take on the Saiyan identity. Super Saiyan 4 is a daring reinterpretation of Super Saiyan power, primal, controlled, visually unforgettable, and whether you like it, love it, or hate it, Super Saiyan 4 reshaped how fans imagine Saiyan potential. Thanks so much for watching. Glad you made it to this point in the video, and please like, please subscribe, and please comment below on maybe your take and what you think about GT or Dragon Ball Super, or hey, whether you prefer Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. Who knows? Leave it in the comments. But like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this figure coming together today with a little bit of my scripted history, I guess. But again, here he is, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, all put together. And thanks for watching. Until next time.